Monaco. Formula 2 has been welcomed back to this most famous of race locations, and the excitement in the air is building as we count down to the start of today's race. The Circuit de Monaco is, for all practical purposes, pretty much unchanged since its 1929 introduction. It's strange to consider, but this 2.1 mile lap will take the drivers here around almost an entire country. 19 corners, but not that many opportunities for overtaking. Instead, this is a track that rewards technical skill. Here are the starting positions for today's race. Liam Lawson lines up on pole position, and Surfer Girl completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Drugovic, Deruvala, Marcus Armstrong, Caldwell, Vesti, Pourchaire, Awasa, Jake Hughes, Hauger, Novalak, Jack Doohan, Yuri Vips, Williams, Fittipaldi, Calderon, and Marino Sato. Cordial, Sargent, Boschon, and Roy Nissany completes the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. As we await the start of another hugely anticipated Formula 2 race, I'm joined again by Davide Valsecchi. Davide, as a former GP2 champion, can we get some insight to what is running through these young drivers' heads as they sit out on the grid?
Ciao Alex, it's a pleasure to be here. There are nervy moments, there is no doubt about that. Mental strength is the key to remaining calm and focusing on the upcoming race. Formula 2 is so competitive, and all of these drivers knows that they are going to be pushing each other all of the way. In this sport, you have to be able to control your nerves.
The formation lap gets underway for this, the Formula 2 race, and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure the car is ready for battle once the lights go out. We are almost ready to start the Formula 2 race as the cars take their positions on the grid, the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
With today's ever-increasing young breed of drivers, it's no surprise top 10 oldest drivers to enter a race all achieved their strange records during the 1960s. Today's drivers are more likely to have pimples than wrinkles. Many drivers call Monaco their home, but legend in the making, Charles Leclerc is a bona fide native, so I'm sure he's going to want to put on a good show today while on.
Okay, we've got a full course caution. The safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive delta. Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Callan's in the pits. That's Callan in the pits now. You're approaching the safety car. You're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car.
An accident here caused quite a traffic jam. The driver needs extra careful on that one. Despite being a notoriously tricky track for overtaking, this race was won. The extraordinary 1996 race in which just 4 drivers finished. Monaco driver after Olivier Perez and Louis Chiron. Chiron in Monaco score a podium finish in his hometown, but many here hope they expect young Charles to pass that record. As it mostly depends on the geography of three existing streets, if the track layout is pretty thick. In actual fact, the Monaco Grand Prix race is number of exciting but others. World champion Jacques Villeneuve and Jenson Button had very different starts to their careers. Villeneuve took his first win in 4 races in F1 and finished the group season in second before becoming world champion.
Okay, off we go, back into the race. Your late turn-in meant we had a slower than planned pit stop, I'm afraid.
Before tasting victory, and went on to become world champion in 1964. Unlike Villeneuve, Jenson did manage to bag that coveted Monaco race. Formula 1 expects the Monaco race.
Safety car in this lap, safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. Gap to your teammate ahead is 3.3 seconds. increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap. Okay mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD. Okay, good work. Great pass. Okay, we're approaching the pit window and we're going to put you onto super softs. Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out. You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap. Okay, Callan's coming in for his stop. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap, box this lap. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 22.9 seconds. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Fantastic drive, that's just fantastic. Amazing, you deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
A great win then for the Trident team today. Tell me, Davide, what was the key to this success?
I think they kept a cool head. That's why they won today. Smooth, steady, everything bad that happened to them, they handled it calmly and professionally. That's what let them focus on getting the best out everything else. The car, the strategy, they managed to keep out of trouble the whole way around.
It's the part we've all been waiting for, the podium finish, and it's probably one of the more unexpected finishes in a while. Trident take the victory, and Trident have made huge strides within F2 recently, and today proves that they're not only still in the race, but they're in it to win. Congratulations to everyone on the team. After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Serpico increases their championship lead. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Surfer Girl.
On to the teams then. Trident move further ahead at the top of the standings. Meanwhile, Prema have improved their position. A strong weekend for them as they fight their way to the top. There will be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you'll join us at the next race when Formula 2 returns.